A divorced couple walked into the courthouse to finalize their separation. Strangely, neither of them was fighting over the house. The woman wanted her ex-husband to keep it because he was still struggling to build his career, while the man insisted she should have it since she would need stability in the years ahead. In the end, the house went to her, and they walked away without looking back. What neither of them knew was that she was already pregnant. 5 years passed, and the woman raised her son on her own. One day, the boy pointed at a billionaire businessman on television and said he looked exactly like him. The moment she saw the face on the screen, she froze. It was her ex-husband. The man who once worried about paying rent had become one of the wealthiest people in the city. Her best friend urged her to ask him for child support, but she refused. She wanted nothing to do with her former husband and feared that if he discovered the truth, he might try to take custody of their son. A few days later, she reluctantly attended a social gathering where fate brought them face to face for the first time in years. The billionaire offered to drive her home, and during the ride, old memories came rushing back. Years ago, he had promised that one day he would give her a luxurious life. Now she was sitting in an expensive luxury car, but they were no longer together. When they arrived at her apartment, he asked if he could come upstairs for a while. Panic filled her heart because her son was inside. She quickly made an excuse and refused. Their conversation soon drifted toward the painful past. She believed he had stopped loving her while he had actually walked away because he thought he could never give her the future she deserved. Later, he discovered that she worked as a journalist for a media company and agreed to give an exclusive interview to her organization. During the preparations, their professional conversations slowly reopened old wounds and unanswered questions. Then he made an unusual request. His grandfather still believed they were happily married, and he asked her to pretend to be his wife for one family visit. Reluctantly, she agreed. She left her son with a friend, but the curious little boy secretly followed her. At the family gathering, the grandfather was thrilled to see them together again. However, some relatives were less welcoming and questioned whether they truly belonged together. Then the grandfather jokingly asked why they had never given him a great-grandchild. Before either of them could answer, a security guard entered with a young boy. The child ran straight into the room, calling for his mother. The moment everyone saw the resemblance between the boy and the billionaire, the room fell silent. A secret hidden for 5 long years was finally about to be revealed.